Hello everybody, this is Lincolnus Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at something from the Heisei era. So we're moving on from the Showa era, which was my last two reviews of Godzilla 1956 and Godzilla 1962. This is Godzilla 1984/85, The Return of Godzilla from NECA. And as usual, we'll be taking a look at the box. Basically, on the front, you got the original 1984 poster on the front. On the side, you get the poster and the Return of Godzilla on the bottom. On the other side, you get the same thing there. On the back, you get the promo shots of the figure and a brief bio if you want to read that. On the bottom, you get nothing. On the top, you get the Return of Godzilla. Basically, on the inside, this flap opens up, and you get a nice image of the figure on the front flap, and then some city background stuff, and then the shell where the figure would have been. So as far as the box, that's about it. And moving along here, we have Godzilla 1984/85 out of the box, and it's not my favorite design of Godzilla. I definitely love the look of the figure. The figure is good. It's just my least favorite design so far. But in terms of being a figure, this really does do a good job. And NECA did a pretty good job on their part. I guess the only minor complaints I might have is maybe just the legs. Maybe they could have just been just slightly thicker, but not a huge deal. As far as paint goes, the paint on the nails looks really good. It doesn't look like they've really missed anything. The insides of the hands on the nails are painted. The nails right here are painted for the feet, and it doesn't look like they skipped out on anything on the bottom. The inside of the mouth opens up, and the tongue is a nice red color on the inside, and the teeth are painted fairly well for a NECA figure. The eyes look really good. They're well centered, and they're not like wonky or anything like that, so that's pretty good. And the paint on the dorsal plates looks really good. These are also a soft plastic, and it's probably some of the softer plastic I've seen on some of these figures. But yeah, in terms of detail, you get the nice rough texture on the skin, and they really just made it look more like the suit from the movie, or just a rubber suit. But as far as that goes, really good job on NECA's part. Now, in terms of articulation, basically you got a ball joint at the head, or a double ball joint. So basically, the head can look up this much and down that much. It could go not really full 360 because it's kind of being stopped by the neck right in here, so you can't really do much there. The head can look slightly side to side, and the jaw opens up fairly well. The base of the neck is also on a double ball joint, so it could go down that much and up that much, and it can also go side to side just a little bit. For the torso, there's not really much. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure it's a double ball joint, but mine is very stiff, so you have to really just I don't want to break it, but it can go pretty much all the way around 360 degrees, but it can't really crunch, and it can't really go back because it's already kind of back, and just a little bit side to side, but that's about it. The arms can go out about this much and in about that much. You go full 360 degrees around. There's a elbow swivel right here. It's on a ball joint, and then there's also an elbow joint right here, so it could go down that much and up that much. And then there's on this figure, there's no articulation in the finger, so all you get in the hand is a ball joint, so it could go all the way around, and a joint that allows it to go in and out. So that's about it for the arms. For the legs are also on a double ball joint, so they can go out about that much, all the way around. Mostly, it's a bit stiff, so you can do it. It's just kind of hard to do. There we go. So it could go all the way around. There's a joint in the knee, so you could put it back that far and up about that much. And there's a pretty nice pivot in the foot. So nice ankle pivot here. Can go up barely, but down a lot. So that's pretty good. And then for the tail, tail is not fully segmented actually. There's a bendy wire right here, but I count about 4 sections here, and then the 5th section being on a bendy wire, but these are all on ball joints, so these can kind of turn and kind of swivel a little bit, so you could kind of get some organic looking poses out of that. And then, like I said, tail is on a bendy wire, so you can kind of just bend it however way you want to. But as far as articulation goes, that is about it. Now, in terms of accessories, you get absolutely nothing. There's no atomic breath piece or anything included, and there's no atomic breath piece that is compatible with this figure. The other thing is when you open the mouth, and if you look inside, there is no like hole you could plug any kind of atomic breath piece from any other Godzilla figure in. So that's a little bit disappointing. And I mean, you could probably, like, I'm just gonna use the Godzilla against Mothra figure. I mean, it kind of works, but you know, it kind of just falls out, so you can't really do anything just because of how wide the mouth opens and because there's no port or anything like that to hold on to the piece. So sadly, you will not get any atomic breath piece for this figure, but it's not a huge deal. Just could have been cool, but you know, what can you do? And for comparison, bringing in the NECA 1956 American poster version figure, so those scale pretty well with each other. Here's Godzilla next to the Robot Damashi Evangelion Unit 1. And for a mobile suit comparison, here we have the real grade RX-78-2 Gundam. And final notes on this guy, I gotta say, very impressive figure just by doing this review and just playing around with him a little bit more. I've started to get to like this design just a little bit more, so that's pretty good. Only thing that's just a little bit disappointing is it could have come with an atomic breath piece. That would have been cool, but you know, you can't really fit any other atomic breath piece from any other NECA Godzilla figure, which sucks. So I suggest making your own. Maybe you could basically you could just make your own atomic breath piece from like a hot glue gun, or just using like hot glue and then just kind of forming it. And so you could do that, and I might just do that with this one. But in terms of anything else besides that, detail is amazing, paint work is amazing. Absolutely have no complaints overall from this, except for maybe the legs. But you know, it's a really good figure, and I highly suggest picking it up for any of you fans of the Godzilla 1984 or 85 movie. But yeah, that's about it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.